I'm going to be ranking gym leader designs. I have a lot to go through, so let's just like dive right in. Here's what it's gonna be. S means like best tier. Like I think they are some of the best, top tier favorites, very special extra treat. A means it's a really good design, just not one of my personal favorites, which is what I'm judging this on. It's not how good it is, it's my favorites. Your favorites might differ from mine, and that's fine. B tier, it's a fine, nothing standout, nothing special, but it's just fine. C tier means I think it's probably boring or bad. Usually boring, there's not a lot of bad designs in Pokemon, I say. D is for the few garbage ones that I just do not like and I cannot stand. Like I said, opinions, we all have them. It's okay if yours are different from mine. I'm just talking and babbling about Pokemon and designs that I like and don't like. So let's dive right in. Brock and Misty are tough because I'm so nostalgic for them because of the anime. If I wasn't as nostalgic, they'd probably rank a lot lower. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a C, which kills me because I love Brock. I think he's fantastic, but he is just kind of just a guy, which is very much like a lot of the like early, like the first two generations, 3-ish generations, they were kind of just people just wearing regular clothes. I love Brock, but it's a C. Misty I'm gonna put in B because at least like her hair color is unique. A lot of water types will have like blue for their hair or white because it gives like the waves kind of vibe. It's so cool having a redhead, a fiery redhead as a water type specialist. And also with the side ponytail is much more interesting and iconic than I love Brock, but it's a C and a B. Surge, interesting. Fascinating. The entire war element of Pokemon I am hyper interested in. I wish they talked about it more or had a game that talked about it or something. The uniqueness of him being in the Great Pokemon War is cool, and I do like his design. He is just kind of a guy wearing a uniform, not just like his work uniform. And he's not even a soldier anymore because the war is over. He's okay. He's memorable. I'll put him in fine. He's B. Erica, boring. So boring. Like she's cute. I love the kimono, and they jazzed it up with like different versions of her in different colors. The original had nothing that implied grass whatsoever. She's just boring. She's okay. Like of all of the gym leaders in Kanto, she is hands down my least favorite because she's just not like she's bad or anything, but I just never remember her. She's dull. Koga and Janine, they are ninjas. They are ninjas. That's it. Ninjas are neat, I suppose. So I'll put them in B. Sabrina, this is gonna be tough. I think it's garbage. I don't like it. They never really seem to know, especially early, they don't know what to do with psychic types. And her outfit isn't even good. She's had a couple of different outfits across a couple of different games, and I haven't really liked any of them. I'm unfortunately, she's our first D tier. On the flip side, Blaine, I think, is stand out. This is going to be our first A tier. I think something about him is just iconic to me. The glasses, the like professor trivia type deal. He has that flame tie in the Let's Go games. I think he's fun. I think he's great. A tier. Okay, so we have Giovanni and we also have Blue. I'm actually going to skip Blue this time around because he's technically also a rival. And I know he's not your rival when he is the gym leader, but I'm going to save the rivals. I'll talk about the rivals in their own separate video. So we can ignore Blue for now. But for Giovanni, I'm sorry, I'm gonna put him in garbage. He's just in a suit. And I know he's like a mafia guy, and like, sure, what else are you gonna put a stereotypical mafioso other than just a suit? We'll get to it. It's gonna take the entire video, but we will get to it. I think he is ultimately very boring. Like, even in the anime, when it's orange, at least it's something like a unique color, but Giovanni's in D tier. Faulkner, so he's like, he watches a shrine, and so he's wearing like a kimono. I'm certain there's a word for it. I don't know it off the top of my head. He's okay. I think he's boring, so I'm gonna put him in C. Bugsy, I think, is actually pretty cool. Like, it's an interesting one, having this like just Boy Scout who does bug things. It's neat, and I also like his purple hair. Like, it's a unique color palette for a bug type. Like, it makes sense because poison is often associated with the bug types, and purple is the poison color. I like Bugsy. It's simple, but well done. I'm gonna put him in A. Whitney, again, she's just wearing an outfit. She's just a girl wearing regular clothes, walking down the street, going to the mall. There's nothing about her that really screams gym leader or Pokemon. Like, if I didn't know what typing she was, like, it's impossible to discern what typing she uses. I like Whitney. I think the character is fun, but This design is boring. Morty is crazy. Original Morty, like the old school Morty, garbage. Boring. Terrible. Like the worst version of that's just a person wearing normal clothes that we have is original Morty. New jazzed up Morty where he has like his scarf and whatever, much better. Much more like he's wearing a costume, like he's leaning into the themes more. I'm gonna put him in A. That's really good. You'll notice no one's in S tier yet. Yeah, I'm real picky when I put people in that top tier isn't just like my favorites. That's like the creme de la creme. That's an exclusive club. Chuck, he's garbage, I'm sorry. I don't like Chuck. Like, in the game. I have so many issues. I got such weird beef with Chuck. I don't like his Pokemon. I think it's such a cop-out when you're the fighting type gym leader, but your Pokemon is a water type first, fighting type second. Annoying. Also, why wasn't it a new Pokemon from the- whatever, I'm getting off of topic. Chuck's boring. D tier. Jasmine. First of all, what a fun idea to go with. I really like it when they, like, put the ice, like, a big ol' spin on it, like, do the opposite of what you expect, like, steel type, hard. We'll see in, like, later, it's a lot of, like, construction, strong men things. Having it just be this demure, pretty girl, what a fun change of pace. That is fun. Her outfit is cute, but again, it's not really doing anything to stand out. I do like the color palette for it a lot. I'll put it in A tier. No, I can't. I can't convince myself it's that good. It is pretty and it is cute, but it is just fine. I'm gonna put it in B tier. Price is neat, you know, especially compared to Lorelei, who was the original Ice-type specialist from Kanto. Having him, he really leans into it, like the old frail man, but he's not actually frail. We see it in the anime. He's like super ripped. He's super strong. He's like six-pack abs and everything, but he is fun. I like the scarf seems very like swallowed up like an old man who's cold all the time. The white hair leans into the snow concept. It's a good design. I'm gonna put it in A. Claire's fun. I love Claire. She's such a weird character. She's like this like theater kid who goes like wearing like armor. Her and Lance wearing their like armor and capes and stuff. They're so extra and I love them because it's not implied it's like a cultural thing from Blackthorn City. It's like just them because they're just a weird little fun duo together. Claire's going to be the first one in the S tier. It's perfect. It's great. It reflects, it's unique and it stands out. The color palette is fantastic. It reflects her dragon typing really well. And it's memorable and it's fun. I like it a lot. 10 out of 10. One of the best designs they've had, especially for a dragon type specialist. Roxanne. Again, it makes sense. It makes more sense that she's just a girl wearing normal girl outfit because she's like a teacher or like a student or something. She does school stuff. I wouldn't expect her to have like a million crazy things going on with her school outfit. It's also, again, that thing of like the rock type specialist, but it's like a cute little girl. Fun. It's well done, especially her upgraded design with Omega Ruby off of Sapphire. I'll put her in A. I think she's well executed. Brawly is also fun because this is our first example of a fighting type specialist who isn't just like strong man with no shirt on. The fact that like he leans into like sort of the martial arts like kung fu Krav Maga type deal and also is a surfer bro. Like he is unique and he's very different. Yeah, I'll put him in A tier. Watson's another character that I think the like regular clothes kind of just works because he's just like an old retired man. He hangs out and he's busying himself with his retirement. He wouldn't be putting on like a big costume or whatever. It's fun. The new version's definitely better. Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire did so much to elevate their designs compared to their originals. No, he's just fine, but it is good. I like how they play with the camo. I'll stick to my guns. I'll put him in A tier. Flannery's also A tier. It's so well done. The hair is doing so much to like display the fire element, but she's also like cute and sporty. I like how like breathable her outfit looks because it'd be hot and near the hot springs. A tier. A. Hoenn crushes it. But then we get to Norman. Boo, lame. I can't stand Norman. I think he sucks. I don't like his gym. I think he's boring. And the sandals. What are you doing, dude? He's not garbage enough to go into the D tier, but he is a hard C. He teeters right by the edge into the D tier. Winona is unique. The fighter, she has like a pilot theme going on, sorta. It definitely feels costumey because the thing is, it doesn't match her settings in Four Tree City, because the city's so like back to earth, you know, it's very wooded. They're living in the trees, and then there's just like a random pilot, which the pilot gimmick matches her flying thing, but it doesn't match where we'll get to Skyla soon. Skyla's a better example of how to execute this idea. I don't love Skyla's design, but I think it matches the set. It tells you like it has to match the setting that you're in. I think Winona's fine. Tate and Lisa are also boring. They are damn boring. Again, the psychic types. They don't know what to do with psychic types, and they're wearing like martial arts gis, I think, because it is implied that they do martial arts together, which is neat and fun, but I'm always hung up when twins just match each other, and it's like super boring here, and which is such a shame because they have such a neat psychic gimmick. They speak to each other telepathically because they're psychic, but there's nothing else really going on. I wish they had a bit more of a personality. I'll put them in C tier. The fact that I have to include both of them as a unit, because they're no different from each other. I can't even like argue one over the other. They're the same. Wallace, another S tier, S ranking. Fantastic. What a diva. What a fun diva. Color palette, 10 out of 10. Cut and style of the clothes, 10 out of 10. Great accessories, a memorable, standout character who just commands your attention anytime he's on screen or doing anything. And then there's Juan. Juan seems like an attempt to kind of do what Wallace did, but in a different font, you know? Like, he's also a prim and proper and rich kind of fellow, but Juan just doesn't stand up as much compared to Wallace. I think Juan is fine, but I am gonna put him in just fine. He's a B. Alright, so you know how Hoenn really knocked it out of the park and they got a lot of high scores? Get ready for the exact opposite as we charge into Sinnoh. I love Sinnoh. I think Sinnoh is a fun region, but man, the gym leaders are on the boring side. Rourke, for example. It's crazy because compared to the other rock type specialists, this is the first time we're actually getting just a construction guy, but he's just a construction guy. He's just wearing his construction outfit. It conveys the message, and I like that he has glasses. It implies that, there's more to him. He's not rough and tumble and big beard. What we'll see with his dad later on. So he's kind of memorable. He also kind of just looks like Silver, which is a shame that they didn't play around with his hairstyle a little bit more. But Rourke is boring. I'm putting him in C tier. And Gardenia, garbage. Garbage. What are you wearing, hun? It's she's supposed to be a park ranger or something. She looks like she's cosplaying a Karoke, it doesn't even look like well made for traveling through the forest, right? With the boots, but also the shorts, and then the long sleeves with the shorts, and then her tummy hanging out. I don't like Gardenia at all. I think she's terrible. D. Garbage. Garbage, garbage. Maylene, so we're similarly, cute little girl who does Krav Maga or whatever. It is neat. It is also, a very simple, especially hot off the heels of Brawly, who really, stepped up design and pattern for the fighting type specialists. She's wearing an outfit, and it's been a while since we had a character who's just wearing an outfit. It's not even a very, there's room to play here, right? I feel like the bandage on her nose is the most interesting aspect of her design, and that's not even that unique. I'm gonna put her in garbage. I'm sorry, Maylene. Crash Awake, finally, we have something good. I love Crash Awake. He's very, the parallel to Brawly in my mind, where the wrestler gimmick is so neat, but also, the water theme plays so well into it. But the wrestling gimmick is still in full display. It's a good marrying of the two concepts, and I like it when they play around with the profession of the gym leader, not necessarily being cutesy matchy. Like I was saying with Rourke, wow, you are an archaeologist and you're the rock type? Okay. But this is interesting. I like Crash Awake. He's not wearing a lot of clothes in his design, but I am going to put him in A. I think he's A worthy. I like Phantom. I like how it leans into the Driftblim idea, even though Miss Magius is her ace. It's just a little one note, unfortunately. It is neat seeing a full ball gown, which is very cool, especially for her opera contest kind of thing that she does. It's unique, It is different compared to other things, especially other ghost types, but it's really, really one note. Maybe a pattern, more of a pattern, or something. Maybe it wasn't like so similar to her hair color, I would like it more. I'm gonna put her, she's fine. Byron, is what I was saying before with Rourke. Byron is Rourke's dad. He definitely sells the idea of a guy who used to be the rock type gym leader, but is now the steel type gym leader with his shovel. Giving them an accessory really helps. He's just so hobo coded. And when you notice his pants are the same as Rourke's pants, because it's the same company, it's just different like areas of expertise, you'd say. He's so hobo, like the cape is really throwing me. It's such a weird accessory. I kinda love it. Byron has personality. You can see a story with this character design. So I'm gonna put him in A tier. Candace is fun. I like the gimmick of being an ice type specialist, but wearing very sporty summer-like clothes because the cold doesn't bother her. That's cute. It also, similar to Roxanne, she's a teacher, so it makes sense she'd wear something more casual and stuff. I like Candace. I think she has a lot of personality. Her outfit plays around with colors a little bit, and I appreciate that too. I'm gonna also put her in A tier. Wow, so I was wrong with Sinnoh. I thought a lot more of them would. The ones that rank poorly are really poor, but there's also quite a few heavy hitters. But going back to poor, Wagner. Okay, so I can excuse him wearing just like regular street clothes because his whole gimmick is that he's bored with life. So he wouldn't really be like putting on a costume or whatever. But he's also like a crazy mechanic. He makes like crazy traps and puzzles and stuff for his gym. He keeps rebuilding it over and over. I wish that was displayed in his design somewhere because it's a really unique aspect of it. It's like I was saying with Byron. You can see Byron's story in his design. Wagner's is really lacking, and they could have played around with it a lot more. See, he's boring. For Unova, I'm gonna do all the ones from Black and White, and then the extra ones we get in Black and White 2 after that. So, you know, it makes sense. Chili, Silent, and Cress, gameplay-wise, I love them. I love the idea of having your starter dictate which one you fight against. I think that's smart, fun, unique way to teach you type matchups and stuff. I like their chef gimmick. I like that they all have very distinct personalities. Like, it's like I was saying with Tate and Lisa. There's not much individuality between them. With Chili, Silent, and Crest, just their poses, their facial expressions, they're giving a lot more uniqueness between the three compared to what Tate and Lisa gave us. That being said, they are just waiters. Like, they're not even chefs, just waiters. You know, it's not bad. A lot of Unova really wears their professions on their sleeves. I appreciate that they are color-coded, and the black and white of their waiter outfits not only is a cute match for Black and White because of the generation, but also it means their color pops more, which highlights the uniqueness of the typing that they're using. I was gonna put them in C because it would match their names, but you know what? I think they're a lot better than that. I'm gonna put them in A. I like Lenora a lot, like as a character. I like her hair. I think it's cute. I like that she's like a librarian slash architect. Like she studies fossils. I think that's cool. I think it's interesting. You don't really read her normal type through her design, but I think the amount of white and like muted tones conveys it well enough. I wouldn't be surprised if you went in thinking she was the rock type specialist because of the museum and the fossils and everything. I like her. She's well executed, but nothing too stand out. I'm gonna put her in B. Berg is interesting. It's been a while since we've had a bug type specialist as a gym leader. I like the painter artist gimmick, you know? He really like has that hipstery vibe that artists like typically or stereotyped as having. His outfit is perfectly simple, but like well fashioned, so it matches the artistic eye. I wish he had changed it between the two generations, kind of like how Alessa does. We'll get to her next. But to like convey the idea that he's artistically always changing himself, but he's fine. I'll put him in B. Speaking of Alessa, I like that her outfits wildly changes because she's a model, so she's changing with the fashion as it changes over the years too. Both designs look great. I like her Black and White 2 outfit a little bit more. I think the black hair looks really nice and it helps the colors pop. It's a little boring when like their hair color matches their type matchup. I think it makes more sense with Chili, Silent, and Cress. Alessa's is fine. I think Alessa is A. Strong A. Clay is fantastic. What a well-crafted character. Just this, he conveys like this just businessman. He doesn't feel too much like wearing a costume, like with the hat, you know, I feel like, and the chaps and everything. I think he could easily teeter into feeling very costumey or gimmicky, but the way he wears it very much just conveys like, I am a businessman. Like, he's not wearing it as like to play. He just does wear that, and it's fun. I like Clay a lot. I'm gonna put him in A tier. The pops of like turquoise just really adds to it. Clay's great. A tier. Skyla. So, I find her dreadfully boring. I don't like it. I get the pilot thing. She's doing a pilot thing, but it's also just real ugly. I think the pinwheel in her hair to look like the propeller for a plane, I think it just looks goofy. I don't like her giant mittens. They feel very like Mega Man. Her shorts, like, like a neat idea. Like she's the opposite of Clay. Clay feels like a guy who just wears that. It's not a costume. Skyla feels like she's wearing a costume. D, garbage. It's garbage. Bryson. Another example of not wearing winter clothes for being the ice type specialist. I find him so boring. He's just so one note, you know, like it's all the blue. I feel like a pattern could have helped. Like, I guess his profession is cool. I find his profession of being a star, a movie star, more interesting, but I find he's boring. C tier. Okay, Drayden and Iris. Drayden feels like he was designed as the gym leader, and makes sense. Iris feels like she was an afterthought. Nothing about her matches. Also, I feel like they should have been swapped. So Drayden has the past version, because when you get to Opelucid City, there's two different versions depending on black or white. One is like more rusticy and like a little bit more like old school stuff. That's the one Drayden has. There's like this futuristic one, and that's the one Iris has, and it feels so weird. She's like the wild child running around, free spirit. You'd think she would have like the more like nature field ones, where Drayden is like a mayor, and so you'd think he'd be like the forefront. Neither one really matches the futuristic town in my mind. I don't like either of them. I don't even know if I should rank Iris, because I think of her more as a gym, like a champion than a gym leader. I don't like either of their designs. I think Drayden's beard looks ugly. It's really like chunky, and it's supposed to match Druddigon, which I think works, but I can't put both of them in garbage. Nothing about Iris really screams dragon to me, and maybe it's because I like the anime. I watched her a lot. I'm putting them both in garbage. I don't like either of them. I'm sorry. If it was Champion Iris, that'd be a different story, but that's for a follow-up video. I don't know if I should count Sharon as a gym leader. I didn't count Blue earlier, because he's a rival, even though he's not technically your rival in this one. I would say he would rank pretty lowly, because he's just a guy in a normal outfit, but it also makes sense because he literally becomes a gym leader that day. Like, you're literally the first fight he has. He just hasn't really had time to like pick a theme or get an outfit or whatever. So I won't count Sharon in this one because I didn't count Blue, but meh. Roxy, S tier. Huge S tier. Maybe the best design they've ever had. What smart, the colors, what creative, like, it's so creative and interesting. The only other poison types we had were like the ninjas, Koga and Janine. Roxy, the band gimmick, her outfit, her style, the patterns, the colors, everything about her is so cool and neat, and it looks good, and it conveys her element really well, and it's a neat like outfit, and it matches her profession, but it doesn't feel costumey. Huge S tier. Roxy's so good. And then we rubber band back with Marlon. He's just fine. He's just boring. He's just boring and he's fine. Like, this is like, by this point, remember what I was saying about Misty having like red hair and how that was really cool? Marlon's like the 5 billionth dude with just blue hair, and he's, oh, what? He swims? Wow. Yawn! He's so friggin' boring. I feel like they really, like, it's with water types, it's either like peak or absolute garbage. I can't stand Marlon. He's going in garbage. I can't. Boring. He's too boring. There's not a single unique or creative thing about his entire design. I can't stand it. Viola. So I love that she's like a photographer because of the bug typing. She would get like, photographers take a lot of pictures of bugs, and she can because you have like the macro zoom lens and whatever, so you can get all close, and it's cute. I also like how her hair implies the shape of bug antennae without feeling like goofy about it. Her outfit is somewhat casual, but it makes sense. That's what photographers wear, you know. It's not exactly like a unique outfit or anything that photographers are wearing when they're out in the wild. I like Viola a lot. I think she's A. She's A tier. Grant is okay. I like that he's a rock climber. That's a neat spin on how to do a like rock type specialist. I like the gems in his hair feel a little goofy, you know. I do appreciate the splash of color variety it gives him, because the rest of the outfit is doing absolutely nothing interesting at all. The pose doesn't help that he's always in either. He's fine. Corina's my least favorite. I never remember Corina. I don't know why, because she's so important in the story, but I can't stand her. I think her outfit, it's goofy, and I get it for the rollerblading thing, but I think having her hair poke out, not only like the ponytail is one thing, but then the extra bits poking out from the other holes in her helmet, which feels so jarring and bulky. I do not like this outfit very much. It's a unique profession for fighting types, but I'm not a fan. I'm gonna put her in C. She's not bad enough to be garbage. I just don't like her very much. Ramos is fine. I think he's fun. I like, the most fun thing is his giant scissors, you know, because he's using the giant scissors instead of a cane is really unique looking and stand out. The rest of his design, he's just like a regular old guy. He doesn't portray his like really fun personality though. Because that's the thing, Ramos like makes big playgrounds and stuff because he likes swinging around, he likes having fun, and he likes having like the kids to have fun too. He's okay. I like how his beard is shaped like leaves, but the scissors really are the most interesting thing of his design. He's fine. He's B tier. Clement is another one. Again, the yellow hair for the lightning specialist, a little boring. He's okay. He does look like a little mechanic. I think his big stuff, like his robot arms popping out of his backpack or whatever, really helps lean into it. He's a cute like small mad scientist, you know. He's not bad. He's just a little simple. I do appreciate that, even though his hair is yellow, which I think is a little boring, but it's fine. I do like that his outfit isn't also yellow. He doesn't feel too one note. He's unique enough. His accessories are really saving him. I'll put him in fine. He's B tier. Valerie is another huge big one. Great. S tier. She's an S tier. Everything I had wrong with Erica of a girl just being in a kimono, Valerie destroys it. The patterns, the way it doesn't read as bug, despite the like gentle sort of bug-like wing patterns everywhere. A lot of like bug-looking Pokemon are fairy type. It definitely reads more like fairy tale rather than bug specialist. It helps that we already had Viola earlier. She's just the patterns is perfect. It's really stand out. She's huge because her arms are always sticking out. I like her a lot. They really knocked it out of the park for the first fairy type specialist. She set a standard that all the other fairy types have to follow up, and she nails it. Olympia is a unique one for me. I don't get her. Like, I don't know what what's her deal? Like, why does she speak in haiku? That's odd. I think she's a fortune teller. I don't know if that's like her job though. She's definitely different. Of all the psychic types, I think she is my favorite because she's like the hair, while odd, very standout. She has this like presence to her. This very like, she feels like a goddess, honestly. Like you would find her as like a character in Final Fantasy, like being the god of the cosmos. The cape helps a lot. She's really standout. I like her a lot. I don't know if I could put her in S tier. Oh, but maybe I could. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm putting her in S tier. I think she's fantastic. She, especially for her psychic type, she's unique. She's standout. On the flip side, Wolfric. This is like the third one in a row that's like, I'm the ice type specialist, but I don't feel the cold, so I'm wearing like regular clothes. I think it makes more sense with Wolfric because he's very like rotund, but he's just kind of boring because of it. Because he's just wearing regular clothes. It's all one note. It's just like Bryson, where it's just like the white and the blue and yawn, and it's just not as interesting or stand out anymore. And he doesn't even portray his like mayoral kind of concept very well either. I think he's boring. C tier. Alright, Alola. So they don't have gym leaders, technically, but I am gonna just talk about the trial captains and the Kahunas, because that's close enough. Ilima is unique. Again, he's like a normal student, right? So it makes sense that Ilima wouldn't be wearing like a crazy costume or whatever. The hair gets me. I like the hair color and I like the general style, but the accessory, keeping it tied up, feels weirdly bulky, but I appreciate Ilima. I think they're fun. I'm gonna put them in B. Okay, Lana, Kiawe, and Mallow. I feel like I have to talk about all of them all together, because they very much feel like, what if your starter was a human being? Because they embody their elements really well, but the color palettes especially. I would understand if you found it very boring. I kind of do. Like I've mentioned a couple times before, I don't like it necessarily when the hair just matches the element of what they're doing. I think their accessories really help elevate them, but they are also kind of on the simple side. Again, like, it makes sense because of their professions. You know, fire twirlers shouldn't wear a lot of bits and bops, you know? I like them a lot, but I also feel like they're all very simple and easy. I'm gonna put them all in B tier. Now Sophocles, he's going into A tier. I think Sophocles is fun. I like the like gamer boy gimmick we've had for electric types. They've done a couple of different things. We've had a couple of like inventors, you know, but we've never had a gamer boy. And I like how he's not just like not the Gromlin style like professional Let's Player type of gamer boy. He is a boy, and he plays games, and he is smart. He can build things, but he's also just like a kid, and I think it's fun. I like Sophocles. I like his accessories. He has a lot of personality in him. He's A tier. Acerola, I think she's fine. Again, the hair matching thing, but whatever. Again, I like that her dress is like stitched together. It gives it a very Ghost vibe. For when I was going through Sun and Moon for the first time, I legitimately did not know if she was alive or not. Like, she could have been a ghost the whole time and I did not know. It's a little simple. It feels kind of costumey. She doesn't match anything else on the island or any of the other characters though. I'll put her in fine. Yeah. Mina, so after Valerie, this for a fairy type specialist, a little on the disappointing side. She's okay, you know, the paint splatters are fun. I like how they add a little bit of variety to her. The shape of her hair is fun. She's okay, but I wouldn't guess fairy type, despite the pink swatches on her. I would guess probably normal if I didn't know any better, like Ilima. I think Ilima would read more as a fairy type specialist also. She's okay, I think she's boring. I'm gonna put her in boring. She's C tier. Now we're on to the Kahunas. Hala's fine. He's fine. He's fine. He's a fighting type specialist, but he doesn't really portray the like sumo thing very, like, except for like the ludicrously huge belt he's wearing, which is a very fun accessory. I do like the color variety also. I think he's fine. Yeah, he's B tier. Olivia, ooh, skyrocketing into S tier. She's so cool. Everything about her is awesome. I love that she's like a model. She makes jewelry. What a fun for a rock type specialist, using the rocks and gemstones to make jewelry. That's cool. And she accessorizes and she looks awesome with all the different colors, but it like evens out. It's a nice mix of like the hard, sharp edges of the gemstones she's wearing and also like curves of the cut of her outfit. It's neat. I like her a ton. She's so cool and creative, especially for a rock type specialist. I adore Olivia. Nanu, so there's a lot of personality with Nanu. He's a police officer, so he has to kind of be in uniform, similar to what I was saying with Surge before. But he doesn't care, so he's wearing like the sandals. He's a little one note, but that kind of adds to it. I'm gonna put him in A tier. And Hapu, I like her a lot. I guess the ground typing comes across with her like farmer pilgrimy style, and she does, unlike Acerola, Hapu does match the environment around her, especially when we get to Pony Island. And I appreciate the amount of purple in the design. We never pair the ground types. There's not many ground type specialists to begin with. Like, I'm pretty sure the last time was Giovanni, unless I'm forgetting something. But purple, what a fun splash of color to throw in there for ground type specialists. Because now it gives it a very flower kind of vibe, like growing something, plant life, in a weird way that doesn't involve just using green. And it also matches her style so well. She's so standout. She's a high A. She's not S tier, but almost. Is it Milo or Milo? I'm certain I'm gonna pronounce a ton of these wrong. I'm sorry. They all have their uniforms, so there is a level of like uniformity with all of them. So there's a lot of reliance on like hair color, hairstyle and like various accessories. Milo, he sure does. He looks like a little farmer. His tiny little face is crazy. No one else has a face like Milo. I think he's okay. You know, he looks like a farmer, I suppose, but he's not doing anything all that exciting. He's C. He's very boring. Nessa is so... I like her a lot. I like the style of her hair. I like the splash of blue thrown into the mix. You would never guess her profession, though, which I guess isn't, like, super necessary. She's a nice water type specialist. If she wasn't stuck in the uniform, I think she could have popped off. Like, it feels like the uniform matches her rather than everyone else, right? I like Nessa a lot. I'm gonna put her in B. No, A. No, B. Oh, I'm torn. I'll put her in B. Kabu, I really like Kabu as a character. Like, there's a lot of good personality and story with him, but he is awfully boring. But the thing is, though, his profession is this. Like, he's an athlete. Like, this is basically all there is to it. And he conveys it very well. Like, in his, like, animations and stuff. He is unfortunately incredibly boring, so I'm gonna put him in C. Alistair. Unique twist on how to do a ghost type. It is a little, like, tiresome by now, especially hot off the heels. Acerola beforehand also being like a scary little ghost kid. It's a gimmick that I understand why they lean into. The mask helps. It adds this like unique mysteriousness to him. It would have been really cool if his ace was Rune Egregious instead of just boring old Gengar again because of the mask gimmick, but whatever. I think Alistair is a lot better than some of the others, but he is also kind of one note still. The mask is so creative though. I'm gonna put him in A tier. I think he deserves it. The mask is different. B, on the other hand, bland as all hell. We've also like had so many martial artists, you know? We've had so many of them from across all the years. Maylene, Brawly, so boring by this point. And I like B, especially in the anime. I think she's great, but she's so garbage. I'm putting her in garbage. Opal, fantastic. They've really bounced all over the place with how they want to, like, signify their fairy typing with the fairy type specialists. Making her just this old lady is so different compared to everyone else in the game. Her accessories really swallow, like, you forget she's wearing the uniform, almost, because she's customized it so much, she basically looks out of uniform by this point. I think she's so creative. Again, like with Milo, no one looks like her. No one has a nose like that, except for Opal. I love Opal a lot. She's high A, almost S tier, not quite. The thing is, like, so you could also guess ghost type because of the amount of dark purple everywhere, which is also fun, but yeah, I like Opal a lot. Sword version got so cheated. B and Gordy suck. Gordy's so boring. There's nothing going on here. I don't even want to talk about him. C, he's boring. There's nothing to say about Gordy. Loser. Melanie, on the other hand, finally, this is when I harp on Ruby specifically about why don't the characters get to wear cute winter-themed outfits when they're in the winter environment despite their aura helping them. Melanie's the reason why. Look at how she's so cute and it's so simple. It is also, it's nice seeing an ice type specialist not wearing just friggin' blue. Why do they always put them in blue? White is right there, conveys the snow, and it matches her cute hair and her hat. She's so cute. She looks like a little snowman. I'm in love with Melanie. She's A tier. She's a good A tier. Not S tier. I feel like more accessories or a pattern or something would have helped her stand out a little bit more to push her into S tier, but she is up there. Pierce, after Roxy, seeing another musician is neat, but I think he's way less interesting compared to Roxy. The uniform doesn't help. He's accessorized it enough that he does stand out. I just think his hair looks silly. They look like tendrils. They look like tentacles. It matches his Pokemon. It matches Obstagoon really well, but I think he overall is only fine. Raihan, I can't get into it. I feel his coat feels too costumey, you know? He doesn't even look like he's in uniform because of how much the coat covers it up, which is, you know, fine, I suppose. He's okay, but he doesn't wow me. He feels like a lesser version of Claire, you know? Like, he does portray the dragon gimmick well enough because of the style of the coat. You do get his profession really well with it because he always has his Rotom phone flying around him, which is fun. I'm putting him in boring. I think he's C tier. Katie really wears her profession on her sleeve. Like, she is a chef, she is a baker. I really like how the style of her hat has the little, like, antennae to, like, really lean into that bug gimmick. I also really like a bug type specialist being a chef. It's such a horrifying combination. But I know, like, because of terrestrializing, she doesn't actually have a bug type on her team. Well, she does, but you know what I mean. I think Katie is cute. I think this is a nice color of green to signify the bug typing, and her accessories make it clear, but also still conveys her profession. I think she's fun. I think she's an A tier. Brashus is such a goofy fellow. He's so much fun in the anime. I am in love with Roy and his two accidentally adopted fathers of Brashus and Hassel. It's an adorable combo between the three of them. Brashus, I like how his hair conveys, like, thorns. You know, the outfit he's very avant-garde. Because he's like an artist, which is interesting having another artist, because Berg was an artist before. Having an artist for a different typing is unique to see the differences yet similarities between them. Very chic, very fashion forward. I like how he's leaned into like the whip thorn gimmick of it all. It's a unique angle. He's a fun little weirdo. I'm putting him in A tier. Iono is really cool. I like the jacket. I like her accessories. She looks really different from other electric types, and she's not the first influencer Raihan was, but she seems more like VTuber inspired, where Raihan felt like vlogger inspired, which is fun to see that. My biggest hang up, I like her hair, in theory. I like the different colors. I like the way it's styled. When the Magnemites aren't on it, it does look a little weird, and I'm so mad the Magnemites aren't real. Like I wanted a regional variant of Magnemite. I'm annoyed, but whatever. I think Iono is really good. She's another... I'm putting her in S tier. It's the sharp teeth that pushes her over. No one has that. Kofu, man, what a boring guy. There's not a single thing Kofu's doing that we haven't seen before. I mentioned it in my Nuzlocke video. I think he's one of the most boring gym leaders ever conceived. There's nothing he's got going on. Chef, we've done it. Wow, all the blue. Wow, how different and creative. I think he sucks. He's garbage. Garbage, Kofu. 9 generations in, you need to be more creative than this. And creative doesn't have to mean, like, crazy, because Larry's next, and Larry's a great example of how to be creative. Like, for a normal gym leader to just be a guy in a regular business suit. So stand out. And this is something I was saying before when I was talking about Giovanni just being in a normal suit and how that is boring. Larry is a perfect example to do this because we still convey both his flying type specialty and his normal type specialty between being a gym leader and the Elite Four. The like wind-swept look of his gray hairs give us that like flying type idea. He has like a little cloud gimmick on his tie too, but the normalcy of just being a businessman, his stern, very just like blocky expression, near expressionless demeanor conveys the normal typing. He does both. With the color palette also, the gray feels normal and also fit for flying. S tier. Easy S tier. I love Rhyme. Rhyme's fun, especially when you see her with Time. They're twins, I believe. Fun, cute, cool. I love Rhyme. I like the hand, like her hair becoming like a hand, like a scary skeleton hand. Cool, unique. I like the orange of her lipstick and her eyeshadow. That's such a nice pop of color because like she conveys ghost really well. Her like dead eyes that she does, and then the ghost hand gimmick with her braids, with her hair, really conveys the ghost, or at least something undead or unnatural you would land on. But she also looks like a cool rapper because she is. And also I like how we have like a rap artist who's just like an elderly woman. That's neat. I think she's also S tier. Yeah. I'm doing it. Tulip is okay. I like that for a psychic type, she doesn't follow a lot of what the other psychic types have done, which I think is neat. She's very grounded, uniquely. A lot of them are very like Olympia being like floaty up in the air, or whatever they were doing with Sabrina back in Gen 1. I like that she sells makeup, and you can get that kind of vibe that she has something in the fashion industry. I don't like her shoulder deals. Like, they look better in 2D. In 3D, they just feel really bulky and weird. And it's all very one note. I'm also not a fan of how her hair is styled. She's C, she's boring. Grusha is different. I like Grusha. Grusha's like the opposite. What we've seen a lot of people who are like, I'm not bothered by the cold as an ice type specialist, so they wear like summer clothes. Grusha's the opposite. He hates the cold, and he is cold, so he's super bundled up. And it's refreshing seeing an ice type specialist actually look bundled up, just like Melanie did. I do like the colors also. Like it's not all matching, so it really feels like Grusha like bought all of them like individually. Like started with a jacket, then went, oh, this is still way too cold, then got the sweater, then got like the mittens, and then like the scarf looks like homemade almost, so like maybe someone gifted it to him. There's a lot of personality with Grusha. You don't get a lot of his backstory, that he used to be like a snowboarder and got injured and now does the gym leader thing instead. I think he's fun. It's a bit anticlimactic, but I think he's just fine. Like I think he's interesting and stand out. But a lot of ice types don't interest me with how they're designed. Now I know what you might be thinking. Where's character X, Y, and Z? Like all the ones from Legend ZA, the top 8 that you fight. There's also all the rivals, and all the Elite Four, and all of the champions. I could talk about more of them in more detail, but for this one I wanted to just stick with the gym leaders, and also Alola's trial captains and Kahuna's, because they're basically gym leaders, you know? But yeah, if you want to see me talk about because I had to tackle so many in this one, I kind of like went through them all pretty quickly. But if you want to see me tackle some of the other designs, like the rivals, the Pokemon Legends ZA ones, which I might just end up doing just for fun because I want to talk about them too, but like you want to see me go into more detail with others, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think about all these designs. Do you agree or disagree with me on anything? I know there's a lot of opinions around Pokemon and Pokemon designs. If you could think of ways to improve some of the ones I didn't like, let me know what you think in the comments. And shout out to my $10 patrons, you're all amazing. Andrew, Valhalla Knight, Chamomile, Classy Critic, Genital War Thunder, Jake, Amber, Scaring Crows, Messiah, Jacob, Ben Sketchbook, Rain, Lucian, Wild Pilot, Juan, Bunkin Duncan, Hoodie Angel, Ranger, C1 Trooper, Sean, Ruby Rune, Lavaros, Plague, Tyrene, Thanos, Pandemonium, Peter, Agiri, Eden, Silverheart Soul, Doki Poki, Zappy, Wolfgang, Philip, Mac and Cheese, Lollaroni, Davey, MD, Nerf Ned, and Video Gamer. So yeah, I hope you had fun. I had fun. I like babbling about Pokemon for a while. What's not to love, you know? There's a lot of variety with their designs, but there's also weird similarities between certain type-hit matchups. So what do you think? Do you like the ones where they feel a little matchy, like costumey? Do you like the ones where they're just in casual outfits? Do you like it when they all kind of match each other in like style? Like all the fighting types are like martial artists. If you had an idea of how to do things a bit differently, and thoughts about any of these designs, I would love to see them in the comments below. Have fun, go crazy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.